stress. Let's look at that. You've heard of other techniques on stress management. Meditation, biofeedback, exercise, and so forth. I think they're good. Do you know what I think the greatest stress management idea is? Meaning, purpose, contribution. A life that turns you on, work that turns you on, a cause that turns you on. Study Hans Selye's works. The importance of having meaningful projects and contributions, to never retire to leisure, to retire to projects that are meaningful, that excite you, that contribute, that add value, that make a difference. Let's look at the mental. The very fact that you would come here and really attend to this work and will be willing to participate. One classified it as like a drink from a fire hose. But it may stimulate you to get into other areas and to trigger off a great effort to keep your mind vital and alert and alive. Get back to reading. Give yourself the challenge of a book a month, then a book a week. Then learn to read conceptually and rapidly. And you can go through many books very rapidly and get the gist of it. Reading groups, discussion groups, study groups, taking classes at the university, correspondence courses, coming to seminar days like this. Anything to keep your mind vital and active and alert, challenged. See, that's all part of it. Then learn in your planning to visualize, to begin with the end in mind, to see it clearly, to use your imagination. See, all of that becomes part of this mental exercise. Spiritually, it's a very private area. People do it in their own way. But basically it means renew yourself in your value system, in what you deeply, deeply value, what you treasure, what you believe in. Work on this mission statement. Work diligently on it until it's crystallized and settled. Then go back to it. Keep looking at it. You try to make it made of principles that are timeless, see? And in some way, you want to get them into your nature regularly so that you are sharpening the saw by renewing your commitment, your vows, your covenants, whatever is important and sacred to you. Get into the literature that inspires you, give you a sense of reaching on a higher level, see, of contributing, of making a difference. What about the education of the conscience? Until it's very sensitive, extremely open, very influenceable, so that the moral sense is deep and you can instantly detect when you're going awry from it. Try to live by your conscience day in and day out, to be courageous in the hard moments. All of that is part of this spiritual sharpening the saw. As I mentioned, people do it all differently because it's so private. For myself, I have a life cycle. I get up early. I don't like getting up that early. In fact, it's miserable. But I've learned that if I can be strong in just about 3 or 4 hard moments, everything else is a piece of cake. And one of those hard moments is getting up early and getting on that life cycle.